business. All right. Okay. This is last kind of, last minute idea to share this today because I'm going to start working in about half hour from now. But I wanted to share it because today is June 27, a very special day indeed. June 27, 2022. And that's in the Hebrew calendar, that's the 28th of the month of SIVAN. 28. Number 28 is the number for KOACH. Some people say KOACH, but it's KOACH. Well, KOACH means strength. It's the cuff, means the calf. The calf and the head. The calf is 20. That's for the palms of the hand. And the head, okay? The head is for the wall. And that stands for number 8. So when you add them together, it's number 8, and that's strength. It means strength in Hebrew. So it's the strength of God. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the first 28 letters of the Bereshit 1:1, because that's where God gives us all the strength that we need to have in order to take care of all of this world. Hagma Binedah is spelled in those places, okay? So today I just thought I will remind you this is a special day. The day of strength, the day in which God revealed himself in the scripture in many ways. And so I thought it was very encouraging that we're going through a lot of changes right now. Good changes, everything is standing for life right now. So I'm lending myself for that service. I'm here for the service of life and to make sure that we all come ahead in that game. All right, so today we're celebrating that, and that's why I have the picture here of Theo of Telly Savalas, the actor that played him, Kojak. I remember I used to watching that program. I used to enjoy watching the program. I had no idea. Like, his name was Theodore, and the character he's playing was Theodore, Theodore Kojak. And Theodore means a worshiper of God, God and worshiper, or Dios adorador. Okay, Theodore. But he called himself in the show Theo Kojak. But Kojak was the main, series that was going on. I used to watch it, and at the time I had no idea about the meanings of the name. But Theo in Greek means God, okay, and Kojak, which is close to the Hebrew word koach, means strength. So that's why I'm putting it that way, because I use similitudes of things to help us memorize. That's part of the memorizing process. So that's why today, very special day. Take courage, my friends. We have it all. Everything is under control. Nothing is going out of whack. Everything is being placed in order. So in order for some things to be placed in the right order, some old stuff has to be shaken out of the way. The dust has to be cleansed. So there's a lot of cleaning house. And when spring cleaning or any time of cleaning comes, there seems to be a lot of craziness, but God knows where He's putting things in the right place. So the strength of God is revealing itself. And if you have Chokmah Binedah, you already have that strength. And that's the revelation that is brought to you in Bereshit 1:1. So take courage, my friend. Do not be dismayed. No matter how bleak the situation we do, remember, the markers tumble. If the nations are cast down into the sea, if the powers that be, can be shaken, that means those powers were not of God. because the powers of God cannot be shaken. Only those who try to imitate him or try to pretend that they have some powers that be, but at the end of the day, they show themselves that they're nothing but vapor. They're nothing but smoke that goes up in the air. That's how God works the situation, my friends. So at the end of the day, only his powers remain. That's the beauty of everything. Everything will collapse except the power of God. Because everything in the world has been made with Hagma Benadah, with wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. And that's what is referred to in the first 28 letters of Bereshit 1:1, or what you know as Genesis 1:1. In the first 28 letters, God introduces in a way of functionality. As a sentence of functionality, he introduces the wisdom in the word Bereshit. He introduces then the word in the next two words, Barar Elohim. In the next two words, he introduces the Bina, which means the understanding. Then the Barar Elohim, which means created and then gods, or means created powers or fattened powers or filled up powers or configured powers. Okay, so that's for Bina. And then in the rest of the four words, I believe, okay, it talks about from A to C, the heavens, and from A to C, the earth. So in the beginning, God created, that's Hagma Bina. The heavens and the earth, in the Greek, in the Hebrew actually says from A to C, the heavens, and from A to C, the earth. So the A to C is the ether that is missing in all the Bibles. And that's what I call the field of energy for the soul. Because the soul is wordectric. It operates by words. The words lets up 1,000 neurons and we know what to do. Because we can make sense of pictures. So we're wordectric. We're word-driven creatures. In the Mahashava world, the word rules supreme. The world of thought. Okay, so therefore, everybody that has Hagma Binadah, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge will not be suffering during this time. Because at the end of the day, it's those that exercise the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge that are the ones upholding all the commerce, all the products and services in any society at any given time. Nothing is held by currency. Currency is nothing. Even gold currency, no matter what, currency is nothing to get into your head. Currency is nothing but an encore to knowledge. Okay, you can pile and heap all the fortunes of all the tycoons in the world. You can put a whole mountain of all the money that Warren Buffett had. You can put a whole mountain of all the money that Bill Gates has. You can put a whole mountain of all the money that Jeff Bezos has. You can put all the mountains of all the money that Elon Musk has. But at the end of the day, that mountain of money is not going to create a single thing. It doesn't have any ability. It doesn't have any Hagma Binadah in of itself. It's dead matter to which we have attributed what we do have inside of us. The currency that makes everything in life and remakes it and reshapes it and keeps it going is CBDC. You will think that means CBDC. I'm referring to central bank, the central bank digital currency, which is what the world wants to trust in, because they think that that's going to be the new money now, backed out by the silicon chips made out of, the electronic chips made out of silicon, from the people of the Silicon Valley, which means dust, by the way, a far of dust. So that's what people think. That's the going to that direction. But this is the great deception of all the masses right now. That all this time have thought that what gets you the best things in life is money or any type of currency. No currency, no money, no fiat of any kind has gotten you a single thing ever throughout all history. Everything has come from somebody having an idea lit up in their head, which is the equivalent of Hagma, wisdom. Then they develop that idea. That means they get an understanding of what they want to make. That's Bina, and then they proceed to get some deep knowledge of what they're doing. That's knowledge. That's science. And that is the currency. That's the Hagma Binadah, CBDC. That's the currency that God uses and has always employed and is always found inside of souls that have an alphabet or an alphabet. So at the end of the day, all the currencies have fooled all the masses into making them think that it's this fiat or this currency that has gotten them the things that they have. But at the end of the day, they cannot inculcate, they cannot teach anybody any wisdom, knowledge, or understanding. All of that comes from the letters of the alphabet. We are the ones that we have been stupid enough to yield what is within us from the powers of the alphabet that work within us and give it to external things, to facades and to buildings, and think that they have any power whatsoever. They are dead things, my friend. We are the powerhouse. We are the mitochondria of all corporations. We are the ones that keep the products and services going. And we have the Hakma Bineda within us, which is the currency that the Father uses. And that's our strength. You understand? So that's why in the first, let me make sure I have a little short time because I start working. So that's the main thing to remember. Okay, so this is a beautiful day. It's the day of God's might. So happy, God's might day. That's why we use Theo Koyak, because Theo means God and Koyak is close to strength. So happy Theo Koyak. That's why I put that. And I like the guys that are wearing hat lately. So I like his hat. So, I put him up here so as to make it more memorable. But don't forget that. So this is a very important day. God is moving his mighty hand. He's restoring the confidence that his people need to have. And we're going to be moving in that direction. And that's what we need to be encouraged about, right? So behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord my God has become my strength. That is the KOACH, my strength. Also another word for strength is miod, but it's KOACH. He's become my KOACH. My strength and my song and my inspiration. He also has become my salvation. I'm going to be singing that to end it. But I just wanted to bring a few words of encouragement. The whole world seems to be collapsing. But like I say, all things that collapse are only of the dust. And it's only because we take our hands off of it. But as long as our soul is connected with the alphabet, we can remake, reshape, renew, restore, refresh, reinvigorate, bring to new life, improve, and do all these things. Because at the end of the day, the Hakma Binida currency, the CBDC of God that comes from the alphabet, is the one that's in charge of everything. And that's what is being presented with you with the 28 letters of the first verse of the Bible. The Hakma Binida, the means by which God makes everything and sustains everything. All right? So once you realize that, once your eyes are open to that, nobody can make you afraid. Nobody can make you feel like you lost anything, because at the end of the day, you will see that all the currencies of the world, all what the Rothschilds and all these money machine banks have been trying to do, and the red shield, which means Rothschild, and the red stands for Edom. So the economy of Edom, which is represented by red, Edom means red, by the way. So the economy of Edom is about to collapse. The shield of Edom, because all the Edomites are trust in the currency of this world, because they have, manipulated the mindset of people into thinking that that's what gotten them everything in this life. And not for a single second has it ever done that. Every time that everything has been done in the society, whether to do the product or to service it or to renew it or to refresh it, it has always been done with the Hakma Beneda that is within the soul that has an alphabet. That's with the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge that is within us that comes from the alphabet. Tell me that I am wrong. The thing is that this has been the so that at the end of the day, you have suffered amnesia for a long time, my friend. You have forgotten the rock that begat you, the strong, mighty rock of the alphabet. You have forgotten that, and therefore, in your amnesia, the whole world of leaders, of the elites of this world, have taken advantage of you and had their heyday with you. But that's going to be no more, I'm telling you. Because we're coming into an era right now when all these things are open up. And God has opened my understanding to see these things and to share with you. And that's what I'm about here, to encourage you to hang in there. You're about to see the things that are going to collapse have nothing to do for keeping your soul alive, for keeping the alphabet within your soul, and for allowing you to retain Hakma Bineda, so that at the end of the day you can construct the whole world anew, and you can even make a whole better world than the way it has been brought up so far, to try to deceive everybody with deception. And so everybody thinks that they owe their being to something in creation. We only owe our existence to every breath that we take. And every breath that we take is the process of respiration powers. And that's exactly the meaning of Yuhevave Elohim. It means the process of respiration powers. That's what each letter stands for. Because at the end of the day, I cannot do anything. I cannot think. I cannot taste. I cannot move. I cannot hold anything. If you're not aware for the single breath, for each one of those acts, I have to be breathing. So in the process of breathing, I am kept alive. I am kept resurrected. I'm kept going, and I'm able to sustain myself by the pronunciation of Yud Hevave and the functionality of me doing respirations. So this is our strength, my friend, is to have an understanding, okay? So take courage. Do not be dismayed. Take comfort in that we're moving forward. Things are getting better. The things of the wicked are going to be destroyed because the wicked trust in this world as if this world is their papa. But we know better. The alphabet is our papa. The alphabet is our father. An alphabet means powerhouse, okay? The house that is in charge of all the energies that run all the world. And at the end of the day, that's what we earn in the breath economy. You and I, do not forget, even though the condemnation to Adam came, he was told he is a brick. I mean, he's made out of dust. A brick is made out of the dust. Dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. Even though he was told that, God did not say, you're no longer breath, because at the end he made him from his breath. And he made him into a neshama, a breath of life. So that means you're going to forget you were made to be a breath. But that doesn't mean you're going to stop being the breath. So all you need is to the Zechariah, you need my name, you need to remember. What God said, remember the rock that begat you. Remember that you made from the Ruach. And so in the Ruach economy, with all the words is your treasure, all the earnings that you get is Elohim. All the earnings in the breath is to get all the energies that energize the plants, that energize the flesh, that energize everything, and that keep you alive. So energies are your earnings. And energies or powers in the scripture means Elohim. So at the end of the day, you earn Elohim. You earn powers. Elohim abides with you. Because when you're in Hagma, all you do when you study and you learn, you earn abilities, skills, powers, masteries, expertise. All of that means powers. All of that means Elohim. So that's your earnings. And the earnings in the fellowship of the breath is once you earn, an expertise, you don't lose it. You get to give it, you even get to teach it, and still within you is the currency that never dies. Hagma Bireda is the currency that has made everything in this world. It's described by the first 28 letters of Bereshit 1:1, Genesis 1:1, and the rest of the 304,777 letters is all for us to see the magnitude of what Hagma Bireda can do to run the world and keep it going. So take courage, my friend. Though the nations may crumble and everything rushes into the sea, all the systems of this world are going to collapse because nothing that is not based on Torah has any standing, all right? But we have a rock in which we stand. And so in that, we take comfort, all right? So let me see if I can, so that's why I share this thing today. Let me just read this thing here that I said here. So he said here, happy Theokoyak Day. This is the 28th of SIVAN, 5782. That's in the Hebrew calendar. It says, are we close to June 27, 2022, which is, the way that we know our dates. So 28 is numerical value of KOACH, which means strength. Okay, Theo is God in Greek. So have a very happy God's Strength Day. And then 0627, 2022 equals, when you add each letter, like 06, you add them up, is 6. When you add up 2 and 7 is 9. When you add up 2 is 6. So when you add all of this 6, 9, and 6, you get 21. Okay? And when you add 21, you end up with a 3. And what is 3? 3 is the numerical value of Aleph, is 1. Beth is 2. So Aleph Beth means 3, and that means Father. So at the end of the day, what are we doing? We're celebrating a very happy Father's Strength Day. But the Father that created everything, the Aleph Beth, the powerhouse of everything, of all the energies that keep everything alive and resurrected and restore and renew every day. So this is the amazing thing that we have, all right? So this is what we're celebrating today. And so that's why I put this guy here for us to be easy to remember. Okay, so take courage, my friend. Take strength. And I'm going to just finish with a song right now called, let me see here, Behold, God is my salvation. Let me see if I can put it in here. All right, and I dropped my pick. Oh, here it is. All right. All right, let's see. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. He also become my salvation. His breath now takes my soul to give life from above. I'm resurrecting everything I see. His breath now takes my soul to give life from above. I'm not afraid what man can do to me. Oh, behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. So it's become my salvation. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. His breath now takes my soul to give life from above. I'm resurrecting everything I say. His breath now takes my soul to give life from above. I'm not afraid what man can do to me. You know what I'm talking about? That's the courage that we need to have, you guys. We're celebrating God's strength. You know, that means we saw our salvation. That means we have the whole heritage. In the first 28 verses, you know, and the whole Hagma Benedah, you know, the keys to that is the man that asked for wisdom. Remember who is the man, the 12-year-old that asked for wisdom in the Bible? That's Solomon. Solomon asked for wisdom. And God was so pleased because God made everything with wisdom. So that he gave him everything. The whole world and everything. He became the king of the whole world at that time. Because that's why? Because when you have Hagma Benedah, your eyes are open. Nothing has been made because of money. Money has never gotten anything in life. People say, I guess one of the things I used to tell my high school students was, I'm going to give you the currency test, I would say. What is the one thing that gets you the best things in life? The best lawyers, the best schools, the best engineers, the best architects, the best of everything. You know, what's the one thing that comes to your mind when I say that? What you need to get that? Don't hesitate, just tell me. And then right away all the students say, money. Mr. Guy's money, you know. The moolah, you know, the money, you know. And then I will tell them, okay, that's a test I used to give that's what I call the currency IQ test, you know. And say, so let me tell you, if I can get you all the money of everybody, that all the rich people, I can put it below your feet, but there's no knowledge, there's no wisdom, there's no understanding, you know, to make any of those things. Would you still be able to get all those things for yourself? You know, if there's no knowledge to train the architects or to train anybody or to train any experts to do anything, so then who gets you the best things in life? You know, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. So what has happened is that the currencies of the world has stolen the credit that belongs to Hagma Benedah and have given it to themselves. And you have so stupidly let them have it. But no more. Say no more. I'm not going to be brainwashed that way. So that's why Solomon was given everything. Because at the end of the day, we understand that Hagma Binida has always resided where a soul has an alphabet. At the end of the day, we have that power. And we have the one that have been lending us strength and yielding our credit to something that has no life whatsoever. So let's wake up, my friends, because this is a day of strength indeed. All right? Okay. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. For the Lord my God is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. His breath now takes my soul to give life from above. I'm resurrecting everything I see. His breath now takes my soul to give life from above. I'm not afraid what man can do to me. And I'm going to read the verse at the bottom there to close from Jeremiah. Let me see if we can close here. All right, yeah, from Jeremiah. All right, from Jeremiah 9:23-24. It says, Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glory, that's going to brag about something. You have something to brag about? This is what you need to brag about. It says, but let him that glory in this, that he be not, that he understands and knoweth, and you have that, and you are intimate. So you have an understanding, and you have that. You have science of knowledge, intimacy, that he understand and knoweth me. That you understand me and you know me. We're one mind. We fuse together with one breath. Okay. That I am the Lord, which exercises. I am the Lord. That means, the process of respiration. Because that's what each one of the letters means. I am the process of respirations. You're kept alive with every breath that you take. And which it says, I am the process of respiration, which exercises loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. All right? So let's get to apply our Hakma Binida to look into Torah so we can understand the mind of God and we can fuse with Him in intimacy from Aleph to Tab in the ether of the Aleph Bet. And then, we can glory in how we see things His way. And nobody will take that joy away from us. All right? So this is what I'm encouraged and I'm sharing with you, my friends. All right, so let me see what time we have here. Okay, let me just finish with a song here. Okay, let's see. Wow, pow goes the powerhouse. I think I can do that here. All right, let's do this. Pow goes the powerhouse, and the COVID-19 man has come to deliver you from the empty land, from the ones who have been silenced to the promised land of the other bed, which is the original place for the soul of a man, where he can now get his jubilee and abide safe like he's never been, in the power of the Father, in the powerhouse. Cause that's what Word Electric, double-erected, in the only bed we're connected. Word Electric, double-erected, in the powerhouse we're connected. Truth in the Torah where it is, that's right. And whether you like it or not, I just don't give a damn. Cause in this thing, the end is gonna be for sure. It's got a date before the song began to score. This ain't no lie, we about to fly. Cause in the truth there's nothing that can be denied. Here's the COVID-19 man is hooking you up to the other bed, to the powerhouse, which is waving. The COVID-19 man hectic. In the other bed we're connected. Word electric, love erectic. To no one else I'm genuflecting. Word electric, love erectic. To the powerhouse I'm connected. And then I want to get your power back, cause you will find it there. The powerhouse not scared, you won't be silenced. Nobody can touch what you will find in there. Gets to cut the masking back of lies. The righteous now they cries, cause the COVID-19 is gonna hook you up to the powerhouse. Leave the power show, ride this mule around.